Hello friends, welcome to Data Science Lovers. In our last video, we learned about VStack and HStack. In this video, we will learn about array indexing in NumPy. First of all, what is indexing? Indexing is used to obtain the particular element or row or column from the NumPy arrays. We can obtain more than one element or row or column in the NumPy array, or you can say NumPy arrays. Here we pass the index of the element to access it. The index starts from 0, not from 1, and the last point you have to notice is it returns element till our stop index minus 1. Okay, these 4 points will be clear when we will do some example here. First of all, we will import the numpy library in this Jupyter notebook, and as you know, the syntax is import numpy as np. Running this, the library has been successfully imported. Now we will talk about indexing in 1D array, 2D array, and at last in 3D array. Before moving ahead, we should talk about indexes. Suppose I have a simple 1D array. This is my 1D array which is containing 5 elements in this. Now as per our third point, the index starts from 0. So this first element 1 is present at our index number 0. This second element at index number 1 and so on. This fifth element 58 is present at our index number 4. So for these 5 elements in this 1D array we have indexes 0 to 4. These are indexes of this 1D array. Let's do some exercise. We have a simple 1D array. In this array we have 5 elements from index 0 to 4. When I want to obtain this element 1 which is present at my index 0, I can simply write my array variable name a, this square brackets and my index number 0. When we have to obtain only one element from the array, then the start index becomes automatically equal to our stop index. So we have to pass only one index value here. If we run this, it will give the output 1, means at index number 0, 1 is present. If we check at index number 3, then it is showing 46. As we can see here at index number 3, we have 46. When I write nothing as my start index colon and nothing as my stop index, then it will show all the elements present in the array like this. Okay. To get all the elements of the array, we have one more way. We can put start index as 0, the colon, and we can leave blank as our stop index. So our elements will start from index number 0 and it will show the elements till the end, and the output will be our all elements of the array. Suppose I write start index as 2 and colon and nothing at our stop index, then in the output it will give the elements from the second index 0, 1, 2. It will give the elements from 34, 46 and 58. Okay, when I run this, it will give the output 34, 46 and 58. Now in case if we don't pass the start index and we pass only the stop index, here start index is blank and we pass stop index as 1. When I pass 1 here and run this, it will give the output 1. 1 means the element which is present at our 0th index. Here if we see our point number 4, it returns element till stop index minus 1. Here we have passed stop index as 1, then it will return the elements till our 0th index, because 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 0 equal to 0. So it will return the elements till 0th index only, and at 0th index we have what? We have 1. Okay, so it is returning 1 here. Now if I pass nothing at start index and when I pass stop index as 5, so as per your understanding, what will be the output? So if we see here, the output will be from index number 0 till index number 4. because as per our fourth point we have an index 5 and one index less here -1, then it will show the output till index number 4 only. If we run this is the output. If I pass stop index as 4, then it will return the elements till index number 3 only, till 46. 46 is present at my index number 3. I am printing our array again here for our reference. Suppose I want to extract this element 22 from this array, then I can use slicing here. I have to pass my start index as 1, 22 is present at my first index, the colon, and we have to pass stop index 1 greater. Okay, so we have to pass index number 2 here. When I run this, it will give the output 22. Similarly, when I want the output 34 and 46, so we have to start from this 0, 1, 2, from second index colon this stop index should be 1 greater, so 0 1 2 3. We want elements till third index, so we have to pass 4 here, then it will show element till third index only. So this is the indexing in 1D array. You have to remember these points here. Let's move to indexing in a 2D array. Suppose we have a simple 2D array B. In our first row, we have 4 elements 11, 12, 13, 14, and in our second row, we have also 4 elements 15, 16, 17, 18. Here, this first row is present at our index number 0, and this second row is present at our index number 1. Okay, and this column is present at our index number 0. This column is present at index number 1, index number 2, and index number 3. Okay. This is the format for our reference about indexing in 2D array. Here first we have to give the row indexing and then we have to give the column indexing. We will do some example here. Suppose we have a simple 2D array. This array B is our simple 2D array having 2 rows and 4 columns. Here, as I explained you, this first row is our index number 0 and the second row is at index number 1. Similarly, this is our column index number 0, column index 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Now, when I want to extract this row first, our array name, and in the square brackets, I can simply pass 0 here and the output will be 11, 12, 13, 14, means our first row which is present at our at our 0th index. If I give index here 1, then it will give us the second row because it is present at our first index of this 2D array. Now, when I give B start index as nothing, colon stop index as nothing, then it will show all the elements of this 2D array. If I want to extract this element 12 from this array, then what can I do? Our array variable name, the square brackets, as per our format, first we have to give the row indexing. This element 12 is present at our 0th index of the row, so I can simply pass 0 here, comma, we have to give the column indexing, and this is our column number, column index number 1, so we have to extract from here. I have to pass 1, and here in column indexing I have to give the end index. I will pass 2 here because it will give the output till only first index. Okay, one index less than our stop index. When I run this, it will give the output 12. Suppose I want to get the output 17 here, then you can try this. B square brackets, our row index, this is present in our index number 1 of the row, comma, our column index, and it is present at our 0, 1, 2. Okay, second index, and I will pass here the end index as 3. It will give the output as 17. Here we can also do some boolean indexing. Suppose we want to extract all the elements where the value is greater than 14. So B, and inside this square brackets we have to give the condition. From B we have to extract all the elements that are greater than 14. When I run this, it will give only those elements which are greater than 14. Similarly, we can extract the elements that are less than, we can say 16. Okay, it will give the output like this, 11 to 15. So that's how we can do indexing in our 2D array based on row indexing and column indexing. Now we will do indexing in the 3D array. Suppose we have a 3D array C. In this 3D array, we have two matrix. This is our first matrix, which is present at index number 0, and this is our second matrix, which is present at our index number 1. And in each matrix, there are 3 rows and 3 columns. This row is present at index number 0 of this matrix. This is present at index number 1, and it is present at index number 2. Similarly, this column is present at index number 0 of this second matrix, at index number 1, index number 2 of this second matrix. This is the format for our reference about indexing in 3D array. First, we have to pass the matrix indexing, then row indexing, and then column indexing. Suppose we have a simple 3D array C. This is 3D array C, which is having two matrices, and in each matrix there are 3 rows and 3 columns. Now when I use index 0 here, as you all know, it will show matrix first here like this. And when I use index 1 here on this 3D array, then it will show the second matrix because it is present at our first index. And as you all know, when I pass start index nothing and also stop index nothing, if I pass only colons, then it will show all the elements present in this 3D array. Okay. Now, if I want to extract these elements 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, I want to extract these three elements. So, how can I do? As per our format, first of all, we have to pass the matrix indexing. And our 3D array variable C, the square brackets, these elements 14 to 19 are present in our matrix first, which is present at index 0. So, I will pass index here 0 comma, then we have to pass row indexing. This row 14, 15, 16, this row number second is present at our index number first. So I will pass here row index as 1, start index 1, and stop index I will pass 3 here because I want these two rows. So as the last row is present at index number 2, so I have to pass one index greater than our actual index. So I will pass 3 here. Then we have to pass the columns indexing. As we'll need all three columns, so I can simply pass a colon here. It will consider all the columns. When I run this, it will give our output 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. When you try this example by yourself, you can easily understand this. So now suppose I want these elements 21, 22, 24, 25 and 27, 28. So I am doing here, no, I am doing here only our array 3C. Here, first of all, we have to pass our matrix index. These elements are present in our second matrix, which is present at our index number 1. This is our indexing for matrix, comma, we have to pass the indexes for rows. As we need all three rows of this matrix, which are present at index 0, index 1 and index 2. So I can simply pass colon here because it will consider all the rows present in the matrix. And as I want only the last two columns, so I will pass start index as 1 and colon my stop index will be 3 here in this case because I want the elements of the column till index number 2. So I will pass 3 here. When I run this, it will give the output as per our requirement 21, 22, 24 and 25, 27, 28. Okay. Now in case I want to extract only this element 24. Okay, what we can do? For this, I can simply write one interesting indexing 1, comma 1, comma 1. Okay, when I run this, it will extract the element 24. Why? Because it is considering first the matrix which is present at index number 1. At index number 1, we have this matrix. Then it will consider the row indexing, the one we have passed here. Then it will consider the this row which is present at our index number 1, and at last it will consider the column indexing. We have also passed 1 here, and in this matrix this is our column which is present at index number 1, and in this column it will select 24 and it is showing 24 in the output. So this is indexing in our 3D array. Okay, so that's all for this video. More advanced features of indexing will be covered in our another playlist of the course, which is advanced data analysis with Python. And in next video we will cover our last topic of this playlist, any and all functions in numpy library.